It's my iPad comeback, guys, and I'm going to upgrade my intro for the new LTP era of Luigitehplumber. Hope you enjoy it, even though I recorded it from my other iPad to my normal iPad. Hope you enjoy it anyway. Here we go. Oh yeah, let's start this video. Hello there guys, LTP here, and today I'm going to do a video about Revolt. In this video I'm going to compare all the different versions of the game. I'm going to compare it from the PlayStation version, which is what I'll be doing after this little part, as it's shown on the TV. The reason why I'm doing this first is because this thing takes forever to load. Then we've got the Nintendo 64 version, then the Dreamcast, and then we'll show you the PC version, which is on my laptop as I don't own it in box. So yeah, the disc is in there as you can see, and I'm going to put the iPad on there and see how it works. When I show each version of the game, they're all going to be the same vehicle and same track. It's going to be RC Bandit, Toys in the Hood 1, 4 cars, 1 lap. Even on the upgraded versions, it will still be the same. But you can only have up to 4 cars in the PS1 and N64 version, so I'll do it the same for the rest of them. And I'll be making comments throughout the video about each version of the game, and my thoughts and opinions on them. So if you don't like my thoughts and opinions, I recommend you just turn it off. Okay, simple as that. I felt like starting off with the PlayStation version. However, I've decided to skip the loading times because they're too long and it will make the video longer. So yeah, starting off, it's the worst version of the game. Just by looking at it, the graphics are the worst out of all the versions of Revolt. But that is not to be surprised because of the limitations of the PlayStation itself. And also, the frame rate's a little slower than the other versions of the game. And it looks a little choppy. There's also distance fog and stuff like that. However, this is shown in the track editor where the frame rate slows down really badly. Sorry about that. However, it does have some good things. It's got 17 extra vehicles, a new version of the front end menu, and 2 packs of tracks made in the track editor by Acclaim themselves, which are known as Lego tracks. I still only recommend this version to people who love Revolt, like I do. So yeah, and also the cars look a bit bigger as well, and there's distance fog. And in Clockwork Carnage mode in this version, you can only have up to 4 cars, just like with the main mode in this game, you can only have up to 4 cars. However, you can change the laps so you can have how many laps you want. I think it's up to 12 or 24, just like the other versions. And also, most of the things have been blocked off and stuff because of the limitations. However, the sound effects are good, and it's got the original music in it, which I find very nice. And yeah, that is the PS1 version. Let's finish off the race and go and see the Nintendo 64 version. Are we ready? Here is the Nintendo 64 version, and I actually find it pretty good. There's no loading times, and the camera doesn't really pan to the from the front to the car to the back of the car, unlike the others. And it's surprising because this is better than the PS1 version, even though this version's on a cartridge. And that's typical with Acclaim games that were ported from this to the PS1. For example, South Park. It was originally an N64 game, then it was ported over to the PS1 very badly, and the same goes for Shadow Man. This version does lack a few things because of the limitations of the cartridges. For example, Clockwork Carnage and the extra cars don't appear in this game. But it does have 2 more track packs made by Acclaim. It's got remixed music and an exclusive secret car and better graphics than the PS1 version. For example, there's a house over there where the fence is, but it's not there in this version. So that means there's not much exploration than the other versions of the game. But overall, I still think this version's pretty good. Now we're ready for the Dreamcast version, aka the best console version. I felt like showing you the loading times because they are actually pretty good. And you can see the Mario amiibo there, sitting there, staring. Hope you don't mind it sitting there. This version allows you to have up to 12 cars. However, I wanted to show you 4 anyway, so I can show you off this. It uses the same engine as the PC version, and it came out in December of 1999. The others came out in August of 1999. It runs at roughly 30 frames per second. However, it does differ a bit if there's many cars and stuff on the screen. It's got the extra cars from the PS1 version, 2 new cars in general, which are known as Big Vault and Boss Vault, and a new track which is known as Rooftops. The current versions of the game, which are the iOS version / Android version, are ported from the Dreamcast version, as they do include the stuff from the Dreamcast version. And it controls a little different as well, this version. It uses the L and R buttons to drive the car and uses instead. But overall, it's still the best, it's still a good version, and now we're ready to see the true version of the game, the PC version. Here we go. There's no music in this version because I downloaded it and not bought the game in box. I'm hoping to get the box version someday so I could show you it with the music. This one's got the best graphics. It's got all different details and stuff. And also, I forgot to mention the Dreamcast version, there's no distance fog in the single player mode, but in the multiplayer there is distance fog, so it can handle all the cars. In this version, the multiplayer is online only, so you can join like Revolt House and stuff like that if you want to play online. Sorry if it gets bright, the iPad doesn't really like brightness. So yeah. And also, in the multiplayer, you can have up to 4 players for the N64 and Dreamcast, and, or up to 2 for the PS1 version. It doesn't support the multi-tap though. But yeah, this version is the best version of the game. Best graphics, best everything. Hope you enjoyed this version. I'll see you later, and goodbye.